At that time, the disciples came to Jesus and asked, "Who then is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven?" He called a little child to him and placed the child among them. And he said, "Truly I tell you, unless you change and become like little children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Therefore, whoever takes the lowly position of this child is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven, and whoever welcomes one such child in my name welcomes me. See that you do not despise one of these little ones, for I tell you that there are angels in heaven who always see the face of my Father in heaven. What do you think? If a man owns 100 sheep and one of them wanders away, will he not leave the 99 on the hill and go to look for the one that wandered off?
There once was a shepherd who had 100 sheep, who knew each one by name. One morning, when he went to tend to his sheep, he made a grave discovery.
Oh no! All the grass has been eaten.
But then he remembered that there was a lush green pasture on the other side of the mountain. Immediately, he gathered all his sheep and set out on a journey for the new land. So, one by one, he called their names, and one by one they came.
Bartholomew, Chungus, Gingersnap III, Dorothy, Jimothy, Mavis.
They traveled through the desert. They traveled along the sea. They traveled over the mountain covered by trees. After completing their journey to greener pastures, the sheep bleated. The shepherd looked around and saw that something was not right. The number of sheep in his flock seemed light, and with night now fallen, he began to count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 57, 58, 69, 80, 81, 82, 96, 97, 98, 99.
All but one. There were 99 that safely lay in the shelter of the fold. But one was out on the hills away, far off from the gates of gold. Away on the mountains, wild and bare, away from the tender shepherd's care.
Lord, thou hast there your 99. Are they not enough for thee?
But the shepherd made answer.
This of mine has wandered away from me, and although the road be rough and steep, I go to the desert to find my sheep.
But none of the ransomed ever knew how deep were the waters crossed, nor how dark was the night the Lord passed through ere he found his sheep that was lost. Out in the desert he heard its cry. 'Twas sick and helpless and ready to die. Lord, whence are those blood drops all the way that mark out the mountain's track? They were shed for one who had gone astray ere the shepherd could bring him back. Lord, whence are thy hands so rent and torn? They are pierced tonight by many a thorn. And all through the mountains thunder-riven, and up from the rocky steep, there arose a glad cry to the gate of heaven.
Rejoice! I have found my sheep.
And the angels echoed around the throne, Rejoice! For the Lord brings back his own.
And if he finds it, truly I tell you, he is happier about that one sheep than about the 99 that did not wander off. In the same way, your Father in heaven is not willing that any of these little ones should perish.